Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you two different styles to create the perfect cut crease for hooded eyes. So if you're interested in watching, then please give this video a thumbs up and let's jump into it. So first up, I'm going to start by prepping the eyes using the Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC and just blending that all over the lid. Using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, I'm going to take that top center shade and just blend that into the upper crease using a fluffy brush. Now taking that cool tone brown shade, I'm going to take a more defined blending brush and I'm just going to blend that into the immediate crease. Now using the black shade from the palette, I'm just going to take an angled brush and map out where I want my crease to go. Now, as you can see in the left side of the picture, towards the outer portion of the eye, I do angle the cut crease to be like more downwards, as to where in the right side, I'm taking it up more outwards and kind of flicking it out like up towards the crease. The whole aim is to where you want your eyes to open, you don't want the mono lid to overlap with the hooded eye. So as long as you keep that cut crease above your actual crease, you'll be right. Now taking that burgundy shade on a pencil brush, I'm just going to blend out where we had that harsh black line, just making sure it's nice and blended. This is where we want that gradient color to be really nice. And then I'm going to go back in with that angled brush and the black shadow and just directly go over where we first laid down that cut crease, just to give it a little bit more depth. And then just using another clean fluffy brush, I'm going to blend out them two colors so there's no harsh lines. Now using the Pro Longwear Concealer, I'm just going to clean up that line. This is the step where it really makes the look come together. I just switched up brushes because I felt like this brush carved out a more neater and straighter line. I will leave a list down below in the description box of all the brushes and products that I used in this video. Now taking that cream shade from the palette, I'm just going to set that whole lid area to ensure the concealer does not crease and that no colours transfer from the hood to the lid. Now going in one last time with that same angled brush and the same black shadow from the palette and just defining that line. Now taking that white shadow from the palette, I'm just going to place that onto the brow bone area and blend it out for a nice highlight. Using the Maybelline Master Precise, I'm just going to create a wing liner. So depending on your client's eye shape or your eye shape, really depends on how you're going to angle your wing liner. And it's really important to make sure that your liner is dry before you look up, or it will transfer onto the hood of the eye. Now I'm just going to go in and coat the top lashes using the Roller Lash Mascara by Benefit, and then I'm just going to apply some false lashes. The ones that I used today were the Cara lashes in the style 213. To clean the skin, I'm going to be using the Garnier Micellar Water on a clean cotton pad and just remove any excess dirt or oil. To prime the skin, I'm going to be using the Time Balm by The Balm Cosmetics. This is just a silicone-based primer that's going to ensure the foundation goes on top nice and smoothly. For foundation, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix in the shade NC35 and just applying that to the whole face using my damp beauty blender. For concealer, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC20 and I'm just applying that underneath the eyes and also in the center of the face. To blend that out, I'm just going to be using my damp beauty blender. I love using beauty blenders to apply my foundations and concealers. I just feel like this gives the most natural and flawless finish. To set the concealer, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder on my damp beauty blender and just press that into the skin. This is going to ensure that my concealer doesn't crease throughout the day, and it's also going to add that extra highlight underneath the eyes and into the center of the face. Then I'm just going to go in with a clean fluffy brush and wipe away any excess powder. To bronze up the skin, I'm using NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Powder on a fluffy brush and just placing that anywhere the sun would naturally hit. To define the face even more, I'm going to be using the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit on a contour brush and just running that down the cheekbones, across the temples, down the jawline, and I also switch up brushes to a smaller brush to define the nose. To clean up that contour and to make the cheekbones look even more defined, I'm going to be using that same Laura Mercier loose powder on the damp beauty blender and just running that from the top of the ears down to the corner of the mouth and just wiping away any excess powder with a clean brush. For blush, I'm using Makeup Geek Spellbound and I'm just going to place that onto the apples of the cheeks and blend it up towards the temple. To highlight the face, I'm going to be using Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics and Jaclyn Hill. I'm just going to place that on the tops of her cheekbones, down the center of her nose, on the tip of her nose, and also on her cupid's bow. To fill in the brows, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Palette, taking the Duo Taupe and just filling in the brows. I don't have a certain way, I kind of just do whatever. It just really depends on the client's eyebrow shape and what eyebrow hair they do have. Moving back onto the eyes, I'm going to take that cool brown and run that underneath the lower lash line, and then straight on top of that I'm going to take that burgundy color and just blend that out on top just so there's a nice gradient of color, and then I'm going to go in with that black on a more definer flat brush and smudge that into the lower lashes, and then just going back in with a clean brush and blending that out, and then just going to add some more mascara onto the lower lashes. Then going to go back into that palette and take that same white shade that we used to highlight the brow bone and place that onto the inner corners. Moving on to the lips, we're going to line the whole lip using Subculture by MAC Cosmetics. I like to line and fill in the whole lips as this gives a base and makes the lipstick last longer. For lipstick, I'm using Fleshbot by MAC and just placing that over the whole lips. Now using a shade that's slightly a little bit more darker than Subculture, this one is Stripped Down by MAC. I'm just going to create a faint line around the lips. This would just make the lips look a little bit more bigger. To finish off the look, I decided I needed something in the waterline, so I went in with this eye pencil by NYX Cosmetics. It's just a plain white one. This will just help open the eyes up and make them look bigger and brighter. So that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye! And then at the back it has like a little gold zip. I absolutely love the detail of that. I love how it's gold because it is like a bone color top, and it just has the little mini straps as well. This would be perfect with